Entitled family verbally abuse my 9-year-old daughter, calling her fat and worthless. I lose it. Obligatory on mobile. Sorry for formatting issues, and English is my first language. Okay, so for some background, I'm a father of a 9-year-old girl who's my whole world. Her mother and I split up 3 months after her birth when I found out she had been cheating. Naturally, I got a DNA test and thankfully, she was mine. Problem is, her mother doesn't care about her health. She feeds her whatever she wants and even gives her coffee and donuts for breakfast sometimes. It's a mess. I've called CPA and the police in the past for wellness checks, but it's gotten me nowhere. So since she was about 4, she's had a weight issue. Now onto today's story that happened about an hour ago. Cast. Ec 1, entitled Kid 1, about 13 to 14. Ec 2, entitled Kid 2, same age, they honestly looked like twins but definitely brothers. M, entitled Mother. Ed, entitled Father. MD, my little girl. Me. So my daughter is aware she's overweight. She's teased constantly at school, so I've made it a habit to visit her at least 3 times a week each week for lunch, as she always asks me to come so she can eat lunch in peace from the bullies. This weekend was her weekend with me and she's taken a liking to basketball, which I think is great, and she asked me this morning to go to the park down the road in our community to shoot some baskets with her. Of course, I say yes and we go. When we get there, I park and immediately notice 2 kids, EK 1 and 2, sitting at one of those park tables cussing and throwing a basketball back and forth at each other. I pay them no mind and we walk up to the court that isn't being used. I also notice 2 adults, who end up being out entitled parents, about mid-30s, sitting on a park bench about 30 feet away smoking and messing around on their phones. We start shooting and she's having fun when I hear it. Ec 1, get the hell off the court, fat ass. We were about to use it and you're too fat to play anyways. Look, you can't even make a shot. My daughter is 9 and still learning, mind you. Ec 2, yeah, maybe go home and use a treadmill. They both start laughing. Now they said this with me right in front of them, and I'm pissed. I'm a big guy, about 6, 1,190 pounds, and unlike others I don't like confrontation, but I'm not scared to engage if necessary. Me, okay, first off, both of you kids watch your damn mouths and do not insult my daughter again. You really think that's okay? Insulting someone on something so sensitive and think it's a laughing matter? Your parents are doing something wrong. That's when the parents, who were still at the bench, hear me and join in on the fun, for them at least. M, who the hell do you think you are? Why are you yelling at my sweet boys? Ed, yeah, you better watch what you say, dude. Me, your precious boys are standing here insulting my daughter and calling her fat. You two really think that's okay? To insult a child younger than them over something she's already bullied about at school? We're here trying to get some exercise in and play some basketball and just have fun. I don't need to deal with you and your little punk-ass boys insulting her. Entitled mom looks at me without blinking, like what I just said was the specials at a restaurant. M, so what's wrong with what they said? Look at her, she's fat, isn't she? They're being honest. She shouldn't be here. What the fuck? Ed, yeah, they're doing her a favor, she's just embarrassing herself. I mean, look at her. Then they all start laughing. Literally 2 teens and 2 adults laughing at my little girl while she's standing behind me and trying so hard not to cry. I lost my shit. Me, alright, listen, you two, pointing at the parents, are fucking trash. So they're being honest, and that's okay? Alright, fine. Here's some honesty. Your sons are punk-ass bullies, and I promise you eventually another kid will stand up for themselves and knock their teeth out. I, as a normal adult, fucking despise bullying. You both are shit parents thinking what your kids are doing is acceptable. Ed, watch what you say to my wife and sons. Your daughter is fat, deal with it. MD, yeah? And you are a mean man and you shouldn't say these things to people. She's crying and I'm pissed and even more upset at this. Me, watch what I say? Or what, bud? What are you going to do? You and your perfect little family seem to think honesty is alright, no matter what form, so I'm telling you, you're all just bullies. And unlike my daughter, I am an adult and I won't put up with any more of your bullshit. Especially if any of you say another word to my daughter, I swear you'll regret it. I was maybe 3 inches from the father's face when I said this. Looking back, maybe I shouldn't have said, "You'll regret it," but I was pissed and in protection mode. Ed just stares at me without moving for about 10 seconds with me not moving. Me, we're not leaving. My daughter just wanted a fun day at the park and I won't tolerate another negative word said against her. Test me if you want. Ed and M look at each other before finally M scoffs, "EK1 and 2, let's go, we're going home." They begin waking away down the street towards their house. I'm watching them most of the way because I had a feeling they'd say something else, and I was right, sadly. When they're about 100 or so feet down the street, the dad yells, "Have fun with your fat daughter, punk." And they hurry their walk. I start running after them. I was done and not putting up with this anymore when I hear my daughter in a calm voice. "MD, Daddy, just let them leave. Now we can play alone." She's smiling now and I can tell she's right. She just wants to have this all be over with. Me, "All right, sweetie, wanna play horse?" MD, "Yeah, you go first. And thanks for sticking up for me, Daddy, I'm so sick of bullies." Me, "Always, hun, and I know. Don't worry, let's just have some fun. I'll always be there to help you when I can." I give her a hug. We had a good time for the next hour shooting hoops and then went home. Thanks for reading, guys, and don't put up with bullying. Edit. Thank you guys who gave the awards and everyone else for their kind words and support. If you're someone who's dealing with bullying, you're not alone, and don't forget that. Be the bigger person and know that if they're bullying you, you're in control. They're trying to elicit a reaction from you and it's up to you to give them the satisfaction. I'd help you all if I could. Genuinely. Also, to all of you saying fake, there are always some on all posts. I wish it was, but it wasn't. Like and subscribe for more.